Now we're going to look at the other side of the coin and see what their win looks like. We've already looked at our win, now let's have a look at what their win might be. And one thing you can guarantee is that they see the situation differently to you. Typically, we go into a situation, we'll have our perspective, we'll have our rationale, we'll have our evidence to back the rationale up, and we'll think it's obvious, isn't it? Well, they will see it differently. They'll have a very different perspective. They'll have their rationale. They'll have their evidence to back that up, and they'll think that's obvious, isn't it? And what we normally do is we go back to our rationale louder, and it doesn't work. What we need to do is to step into their shoes, understand the world how they see it, understand this particular situation how they see it, then put our message in terms of their rationale, and then it's much more likely to get through. We're going to look at a series of questions about helping them achieve their win. And the first one is, what's going on in their world? This is a very generic question, very general question, broader than this deal, broader, perhaps even broader than the business context. It might be elements of the business context. It might be, well, they're going through a restructure, or they're merging with this organization, or they're trying to take their business into this market, or whatever it might be. But it might be even broader than that. It might be outside of the business world. It might be in their personal world. It might be that they have just had their second baby, and so they're not getting very much sleep at night, or whatever it might be. But all of these pieces of information that you can find out about them as the background to this negotiation could prove really useful in getting your deal. Go back to Richard Branson and Lord Cobham. That's how he got such an amazing deal. He found out what was going on in Lord Cobham's world, and it was that enabled him to get such a great result. So think about what's going on in their world, and if you know them, great, you should be able to find some information. Maybe you don't know them, but maybe you can research. There's plenty of ways of researching these days on the internet and such like, or maybe you know somebody who knows them. Maybe you don't even have that available to you. So just try and guess what might be going on in their world. You might know their position, for example. For example, you might know that they're the FD of a medium-sized, let's say, manufacturing company in the Midlands. Great. Imagine what might be going on in the world for that kind of person. And it just might give you some insight to help you get your result. Now, of course, it's all guesswork, so don't hold on to it too much. Carry it lightly. The negotiation might go quite differently to how you imagine from this preparation, but it could be useful. Now we want to ask the same set of questions that we've already asked for our win, but this time from the perspective of their win. So ultimately, what's their bigger picture goal? Therefore, what do they want from this deal? What are the different variables involved from their perspective? What's their maximum plausible position, and what's their ideal? And do spend time to think about their ideal. If you can think about an outcome that's even better than they might have imagined, how great's that going to be? Now they're going to be your ally and help you achieve your goal. This is why I say be ambitious about your outcome and be optimistic that you should achieve that ambitious outcome. Because if you're also being ambitious for them, and you're helping them achieve that ambitious goal, well, they're going to help you achieve your ambitious goal. So this is really where we're getting all of the energies lined up to achieving that great, mutually beneficial outcome.